He acts, he writes, he directs, he does it all. Please welcome back to Live, Ithan Houk.
We got the upper decks here today,
the upper deck, yes, yes. They love you, that's for sure.
Well,
you're having such a great year, you know. First, you got your Oscar nomination for Boyhood, which is still one of my favorite movies of all time. You just like... And such an undertaking, by the way.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And then you got great reviews for that documentary that you did on the
Seymour
pianist,
introduction.
Right? Yes. And then most recently, you ran the New York City Marathon.
I did.
How about that?
I thought I'd see you there, man.
Nah, I heard about that marathon thing. It's not for me.
Not for you.
So are you still sore?
A little bit, yeah.
What parts hurt the most?
Parts that I didn't know existed before.
Yeah.
You know, just weird muscles in my knees. I have a fear that, you know, that it's not, there's only a certain amount of miles the car goes. And so I don't think I'm ever going to do that again. That was too many miles in one day. Yeah.
But Ryan ran with you, your wife, right? And she's a runner.
She killed it, man. She was like, she just ran circles around me the whole
You're over there trying to breathe and she's talking.
Yeah.
But I have a question. Did she run with you the whole time?
Yeah, she insisted on it. She could have left me in the dust, you know. But about we had a great time until about mile 18, and then I hit the sound barrier. You know, it just, I was having so much fun, and then all of a sudden I wasn't.
That's right.
And she
That's
was
what
like,
everybody says. The same, it's like right at the same point.
It happens right there, and all of a sudden she's like, "Well, do you want to stop? No. Do you want to walk? No. Get away from me." You know, and she's like, she's still hugging friends and chatting. Put on music, you'll feel better. Be quiet. I'm in my secret space.
But that is awesome. That's a great accomplishment.
And
I'm proud of you, man, because a lot of people aren't able to do that. Myself included.
I really wanted to do it. I trained. I had a great, and I did my goal. I was really happy with it.
That's terrific. Did you wear anything to protect your nipples? Because that's the big thing. A lot of people don't know until it's too late.
You just want to say the word nipple on TV. And now I did too, so I got to say it. To be totally frank with you, that was. When people say, "Were you nervous before the race?" I was really. When you see people and their nipples are bleeding, like that doesn't look like fun.
People don't understand that can happen.
Yeah,
so you got to put the glide on, or
I was all about that glide.
I want to be a volunteer. Like I want to be a volunteer at a marathon and just say, "Trust me, let me do this for you."
There are certain parts of the marathon that didn't even cross my mind. I found out about right now, which ensures that I probably won't be running it. I like my nipples. We're gonna take a quick break. Hey, when we come back, man, we're going to find out what you need to know if you're planning to become a knight. We're going to find that out from Ithan Houk in his new book, Rules of a Knight. So we'll be right back.
He's not just an actor, he's also an author. Rules of a Knight is a book. First of all, what I love about it is the size of the book.
They did a great job.
It really is great.
It's beautiful.
But how long have you been writing this book? And tell everybody what it's about.
Well, okay, so I started writing this as a kind of fictional tale for my kids for Christmas one year. My wife and I did it. Was this idea brought about by the truth is about how difficult it is to raise kids from a divorce vantage point, and how you know, they come over and they say, "Oh, at Mommy's house, I never have to clean my room, and I don't want to come to your house anymore." You know, it's really, and that's why you get a lot of divorced dads do a lot of end up guilty parenting, right? And there was this book that my wife was reading about step parenting and about rules, and the idea, hey, you got rules at grandma's house, you got rules at school, you got rules at church, you don't have to have the same rules, but you can assert your rules, and the kids actually like to know where the walls are and what the boundaries are. And so we started playing this game of, well, what are the rules of our house? And I started riffing on this idea of a knight's order, you know, because kids don't like to be, it's kind of square to be a good person. They like to be troublemakers and, you know, get
Be cool.
Be cool, right? And nights make being virtuous kind of cool.
Right, that's true.
You know, night is a cool thing anyway. It is for my son and my daughter. They got a huge kick out of it. And so over the last 10 years, we've just been kind of expanding it and expanding it and expanding it. My wife did these illustrations for the book, and we ended up doing it started as for our kids, and then we gave it to our extended family.
Yeah.
And then this year we decided to publish it.
I'm glad you did. I really am. And like I said, the size of it is so... I got my information packet at home. Here spills out your book. And I'm like, oh, Ethan's written a book. How great. And my 12-year-old son came up, grabbed it off the kitchen counter and said, can I have this? I'll give it back to you when I'm done. I haven't seen it since.
That's
Literally,
cool.
I haven't seen it.
And I love it because it's like courage and honor, like different chapters about different things that your kids should know about, learn about.
It's just an excuse to give kids an introduction to some kind of these themes, like what is chivalry, why chivalry, what's the idea behind that, and also as a parent it gives you an excuse to talk about it. For me, especially when I wasn't with my kids, it was a great way to be with them. To, you know, to do something for them each day and work on this little thing, and then it gave me an excuse to talk about things with them that don't normally come up, like, you know, why are you not supposed to lie?
And what it also does too, which I really like, it also reinforces you, even as an adult, you can read it, and some of your things can be reinforced within yourself that you're trying to teach.
You can figure out like what you agree with, what you don't agree with, and the idea is each one is like honesty, chivalry, faith, you know, all this stuff, and each one has a parable to go along with it that I've, you know, just through reading over the last 10 years, I found all these cool old parables and fit them into this night saga. And what I like about parables is they don't dictate to you what you're supposed to think. They just give you a story from which you can derive meaning. You know, and I always thought that was cool.
We're glad that you came up with this. We really are.
You're so talented, all of you.
And the book is Rules for a Night. It's available everywhere books are sold. Perfect size, all right? Perfect size for the night to keep within your armor. Go check it out, everybody. Go grab a copy of Ithan Houk's book, The Rules of a Night.